You yourselves, like living stones, are being built up as a spiritual house, to be holy priesthood, to offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. 1 Peter 2:5. During the Old Testament times, the people of God were required to offer physical sacrifices as a foreshadow of Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. After the death and resurrection of Jesus, the physical sacrifices are not required. But as we see in 1 Peter 2:5, we are called to offer spiritual sacrifices. What are the spiritual sacrifices? Let me give you 4 of them mentioned in the New Testament. Number 1, our giving is a spiritual sacrifice. In Philippians 4:18 we read, I have received full payment and more. I am well supplied, having received from Epaphroditus the gifts you sent, a fragrant offering, a sacrifice acceptable and pleasing to God. Number 2, praising God. Hebrews 13:15 says, through him, then let us continually offer up a sacrifice of praise to God, that is the fruit of lips that acknowledge his name. Thirdly, demonstration of love through deeds. Hebrews 13:16, do not neglect to do good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God. Fourthly and lastly, every use of the body is a spiritual sacrifice. In Romans 12:1 we read, I appeal to you therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. Again in Romans 6:13 we read, do not present your members to sin as instruments of unrighteousness, but present yourselves to God as those who have been brought from death to life, and your members to God as instruments for righteousness. Our giving, our praise, demonstration of love through deeds, and lastly, every use of the body is a spiritual sacrifice. Have a blessed day.